112 for 48,000 on the scale. That's the 8.5 ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. 8.5 ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. It's the 3.5, 14, 28, 112 for 48,000 on the scale. That's the 8.5 ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. 8.5 ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. Thou shalt fear no man but God, but damn, it's hard when the devil playing his card. You either claim you insane or they slam the bars. Last stand on the cross in the land of the lost. I'm a man, I'm a boss, I'ma battle the depths. I'ma walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I'ma blast till there ain't no other ammo is left. I'ma handle scandals and threats, then abandon my flesh. I'm just extending my set. My spirit's calmer than it's ever been. People been telling me my whole life that I'll never win. Others say I better win. Tip top, heaven sent, touchdown, underground, hip hop veteran. Buying what I'm selling's not a typical sale. I got centrifugal forces forcing open indivisible jails. Spiritual takes over when physical fails. I met God from putting Yale on a digital scale. 3.5, 14, 28, 112 for 48,000 on the scale. That's the 8.5 ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. 8.5 ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. It's the 3.5, 14, 28, 112 for 48,000 on the scale.
Here's an idea. Let's take a well-known local music editor, stick him in a room with a couple hot chicks, Evergreen Apothecary's Chad Drew,
the quintessential stoner,
and then we'll force him to watch some videos of an uncensored, cracked-out motel shit show from next door. Sound awesome?
I like it.
Tune into Music Buzz Live Radio Wednesdays, 6 to 8 p.m. right here on World Viral TV.
World Viral.
And this is a special edition of Music Buzz Live Radio here on World Viral TV. Welcome, welcome. How y'all doing?
Ooh, I'm doing well.
Give it up to Electric Sammy upstairs. What the hell was that about?
Make some noise.
Sammy.
We can hear you.
Sammy.
Hell yeah. Very cool. So it's kind of like Music Buzz Live Radio, except for instead of Tim, I have Jacob from Hot Rockin' Eats.
I need to get a baseball cap and some glasses.
You do, dude. You don't look at all like Tim, dude.
No one would even know.
Hey, you need to use the mic a little bit more like a penis.
Want me to get right
there? You go.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. You're good.
Get all up in this thing. Yeah.
And then we got some other girls in the house to watch this with us.
Instead of Chloe and Liz, we got Kelly and Crystal in the house. Hey, what's up, ladies? These ladies are from Lifted TV, which is a California affiliate kind of ours. And they're out in town for the Cannabis Cup.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Absolutely.
Get up in your microphones.
Yeah, you got to talk right into it. Don't be afraid, girl.
Don't be afraid of the microphone.
So I heard your trip was awesome.
Yes. I think it was like 20 hours of long driving.
Yeah?
But it was beautiful.
It was very snowy.
Yeah,
lots of snow. We're not used to that.
You landed in some snow. How did that feel for some California girls?
We were amazed. We did a Snapchat yesterday, or no, Instagram. What was it?
Something.
And people were laughing. Cali girls be like, because we were freaking out. I'm like, you're touching it. She's like shaking. And it was cold. We're not used to that.
It's like the air is frozen, and we may all die.
I think I packed way too many crop tops.
And we don't care about that. That's totally perfect for us, actually.
No one told us it was snowing.
Crop tops
we didn't know
cold weather.
It was like 80 last week, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. This actually caught us all off guard.
Yeah, very bipolar weather.
Right?
It runs in the water, I think. You know?
So we appreciate you guys coming by for Herman's for the kickoff. What do you guys got planned for this weekend?
A bunch of coverage at the Cannabis Cup for Lifted. Doing some things with a company called I Love Dabs. Live streaming there, so anyone can tune in and catch that. And
we'll be repping Kush Cake Pops.
Yeah.
That's going to be our #1 thing, probably Saturday and Sunday. We'll be repping Kush Cake Pops, which will be fun. And then we'll stream live from the I Love Dabs booth on Monday, which will be 4/20. So everybody at home that can't make it to the cup or that wants to watch it can jump on Lifted TV and watch it live. So.
There's so many people that like to live vicariously through you guys too.
Yeah.
I saw you guys go to Vegas for can't remember exactly why you guys. It was fairly recently, but I saw pictures of girls in bikinis chilling out the whole time and they're just sitting there dabbing away. You're like, dude, if I was in this room,
It pops up in my news feed too on Facebook, which is really cool, and it's good to have you guys here. I know we kind of threw this at you to sit down here. We're going to introduce this movie with Jacob. If you want to stick around, we'd love to have you stick around.
For sure, without a doubt. The biggest purpose here is to be able to show Jacob how Hot Rockin' Eats is rocking, and he's got something new.
This is a new webisode with Jonathan Lee that he just put together. Episode 2.
Hot Rockin' Eats. Hot Rockin' Eats. Hot Rockin' Eats. Hot Rockin' Eats. Hot Rockin' Eats.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hot Rockin' Eats. This is Jonathan Lee of Pride and Pieces, and we are going to make some macaroni and cheese tonight. How do you feel about that?
I am ready.
Now, this is not a diet show. Not a diet show. Not a diet show.
I'm on a diet all the time.
Not today.
I'm pretty excited. I get to cheat with you.
Oh my god. All right. We're going to do a baked 4-cheese macaroni and cheese. Let's get to the ingredients. Pasta. 4 cheeses. We've got cheddar, Gouda, Gruyere, and Parmesan. What would life be without a stick of butter? A little bit of flour, garlic, Italian breadcrumbs. We're gonna get healthy with some broccoli. Jameson. I forgot half and half. You need this too. The first thing we had to do is get some water to come to a boil, which takes forever. Let us do the magic of television.
Cavatappi. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah. Grab one of these little things, give it a little stir. Throw that on. Alright. What's the best part of mac and cheese?
The cheese.
How many cheeses do we got? A 4G?
We're going 4 cheese.
4G. Boom. Like, I don't trust people who don't eat cheese.
I don't trust people that don't eat cheese either.
I'm from the Midwest.
Fair enough. I just love cheese.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Alright, so let's turn this down because we're creating a disaster. I'm gonna grab you a big old knife.
Beautiful.
So I'll have you do that and then cut it up into usable pieces while I manage mischief over here. Pride and Pieces, what's coming up for you guys?
April 9th, we'll be playing the Bluebird Theater with Tattooed Strings.
Oh, nice.
For their music video release party and single release party, which should be fun.
Very cool.
And then we've actually been in the works of finishing up writing our album. So hopefully the world will be able to hear Pride and Pieces with my voice on the album.
Nice, yeah, because you're new to Pride and Pieces for about the last year, maybe?
Yes, this is true. I had seen Pride and Pieces at Novus's last show. Novus Volume was my previous band.
Right.
He says to me one day, hey, what would you think about singing for Pride and Pieces? I said, well, dude, I'm a fan. That's ridiculous. Why would I do that?
Right. We're going to take this and just grade it up a little bit.
You know, I kind of turned down the opportunity for a few months because I had said, why does a band that's so great already have to have me in it? And I loved them. I was a fan of the band. I didn't want to join the band. And it took a lot of coaxing and a little bit of praying about the opportunity, and I felt like I got the answer, and we joined forces, and it's just been the greatest thing.
We're going to keep the Gruyere separate because I want to do something special with this at the end. We're just going to kind of put it in some hot pasta and let it bake in. But grating cheese is boring, it all melts anyway.
Totally.
So in between Novus and Pride and Pieces, what were you doing, you know?
My thing was I thought, well, why not take what I have learned and pass it on to people that I believe in. So I started mentoring some bands and producing bands, trying to lend my ideas, my knowledge of what I've learned through the music industry and how far Novus got to other bands to see them succeed in ways that I was not able to.
Sharing the gift. I turned on another pot to get warmed up so we can make the cheese sauce that's going to go into this. You know what we forgot to do?
What's that?
Whiskey! Guess first.
Thank you, sir. Cheers.
Ooh. Best part of cooking.
That's the fastest way to an Irish boy's heart. I tell you that much.
I could turn Irish for this.
Yeah.
What is life without butter? What is life without an entire stick
That's
of
right,
butter?
a stick of butter.
Like, let's not cut it short and be like, butter. No. I mean, I don't want to live in a life without butter either, but
no.
Like if you can have a whole stick of butter, I mean, moderation's for quitters, right? I agree. Dumping that whole thing in there, we're going to melt it down. You can hear that lovely sizzle. Yes. We get this butter rocking down a little bit. Once that happens, we're going to grab some of that fantastic garlic get that getting a little more aromatic. Then we're going to do something that, like it's kind of like the mystery of mac and cheese, it's creating a roux. So a roux is basically taking butter, melting it down, and then cooking the rawness out of flour.
Yep.
We here at Hot Rockin' Eats, and we is me, and that made it really weird.
What were we?
The royal we.
The royal. Yes.
I don't like to eat anything without garlic.
I mean, you're talking to an Irish Italian voice, so Jameson garlic is just like natural for me.
Is that what that smell is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so our butter's melted down. That's enough, right?
Sure.
You know, we measure a ton here. Let's do a little more.
No, they say the sign of a good cook is never measuring.
Right? Then I'm an awesome cook. Oh, smell the smell. It's good smell. Butter and salt. That should be 1,000,000 pounds.
You know, you look pretty good for eating a full stick of butter and 4 cheeses all the time, you know?
It's like my life. I think it's the Midwest in me. It repels. Cool, so what I'm going to have you do, this is starting to smell really aromatic, and that's when we start doing it. Slowly start incorporating some flour. Let's talk about what it's like to be a single dad in music.
Man, I did not know how it was going to go when I found out I was going to be a father, and I was full force approaching a music career of being on the road and possibly touring with Novus Foley, my old band, and you know, it was kind of scary. I didn't know how the mother of my child was going to handle it by herself. I didn't know if my kid was even going to know who I was when I came back, but I dove full-fledged into fatherhood, and it's been the best experience of my life, the most rewarding thing I've ever done with my life. And what's really cool is my son has just taken to the music world in itself. He loved Dad being
Pasta son.
You know, the rock star that he thought I was by the music videos we were making, and you know, the CDs that we had, the songs he heard on the radio and everything. And he's just all about music. I mean, the kid doesn't stop singing in the car. We're gonna add that delicious cheddar.
The shredded cheddar, then we got lazy because Jameson happened.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna do something cool too. I'm gonna preheat the oven because baked mac and cheese is way better. We're gonna start adding some half and half in there too. I do it maybe different than other people, but rules for cooking are like rules for life. There shouldn't be any. I will start adding in cheese, and then I'll add half and half.
Oh, well, it just froze.
It totally froze.
Boo. I'm playing it off a hard drive.
Uh-oh.
So,
I guess you're going to have to tune into World Viral TV.
We can play this in its entirety in 1 sec again. Let me try this one. It's being a bitch.
It is.
You guys want to come back to the studio?
Let's do it.
I'm very sorry.
Herman's Hideaway.
Oh, what's up? Back
hey,
in
don't
the
mind.
studio.
Back in the studio.
The quad open, babe. It's okay.
We're watching Hot Rockin' Eats with Jonathan Lee. We're going to have that archived. There's on the menu bar on our website, World Viral TV. Just drag down the menu bar, Hot Rockin' Eats Archives. There's also a button, Hot Rockin' Eats Archives. We're back in the studio with Chad Drew, Music Buzz Live Radio.
What's up, y'all? Dude, Jacob.
What's happening?
I love Hot Rockin' Eats.
Me too. It sucks. It keeps crashing.
Yeah, for sure. There's too much content, dude.
You know, when you go high def, you're asking for a lot from the internet. Yeah.
I hope you guys can see us through the smoke. We do have Kelly and Crystal from Lifted TV in the house. They're always cool. What's up, ladies?
Oh my gosh, now I'm craving some food, actually.
Yeah. Cheese.
Some mac and cheese, right?
Yep.
He's
gonna cook for us afterward.
Sure, come on over. It's fine, yeah.
I'm so very proud of you. I can't cook worth a shit.
I love cooking. What's funny is I'm not a trained chef by any means. And actually, I think the reason I actually know how to cook is someone told me one time I didn't know how. So I'm like, fuck you.
You're like, whatever.
They're like, yeah, you know, you don't really know what you're doing. I'm like, fuck off. I'm going to totally cook you some shit right now.
Cook you some shit.
Right,
driven. Right there. Driven.
Yeah. It's like every part of life is opposition. And it's like, eat a bag of dicks, like a whole bag of them.
A whole one. And don't skimp on that shit. Make sure you get each one.
The spicy flavored, like, nacho cheese Dorito dicks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you want to try this again?
Yeah,
we can always try whatever.
Where we were at, do you remember it was like 7-Eleven was the
we're not making money. So
we're close, right?
The fact that he loves it and he loves what Dad does is probably the best feeling in the world.
That's like a huge gift, yeah.
Absolutely.
Does he have aspirations to be a musician as well?
Absolutely. He wants to be a drummer and a singer. I can't wait to see him grow up into, hopefully,
have you ever jammed with him?
Musician. I have not got a chance to jam with him yet. We sing in the car all the time.
Oh, yeah. So while Jonathan's over there beating his cheese, I'm going to shred mine. This is a little bit of Parmesan. We're going to mix it with Italian breadcrumbs afterwards. More cheese better, people. Don't be shy. So this is about where we want to be. I'm going to come over here and grab our rinsed pasta. You know, try to get it in without making a disaster, but I'm bad at that. Oh, today's the day.
Beautiful.
So, to be honest, you could stop here. This is macaroni and cheese.
The real stuff.
When do we stop? Do we ever stop?
We never stop. Oh my god, the party stops right here.
Man,
or does it just keep going?
I should have got a bigger one of these.
I mean,
oh shit, we're fucked.
We're drinking with an Irish boy, just finish it off.
Oh, okay. Oh no. Get it. Dude, you're eating a stick of butter. You're working it off right now. You just gotta get in there. Get in there. You do this. You do it. Do it. All right, so this is the consistency you want. Add more moisture if you need to. You can add more half and half. You can add milk. I suggest half and half. But we're to the point now where what we want to do is we're going to bring this delicious gloppy mess into a casserole dish. This will give a nice crust. I tend to throw it on the lid too. This is a moment of truth. Are you ready?
I was born ready.
You were born ready to put cheesy noodles into an oiled dish.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, it might not even fit. That's why you
oil.
oil.
We're gonna make it fit.
That's why you oil the top, because this shit's gonna get huge.
There's only 2 cheeses. Right?
How many are we supposed to have?
A 4G.
A 4G. Like, just start stuffing them down in there. They're gonna be little surprises of fucking awesome fucking cheese. Yeah, you get that cheese
in there.
You spend a lot of time working with the church.
Yes, I do. I actually am a youth leader at my church.
Right on. Are you doing anything to bring that into your music, or are you keeping it separate?
You know, absolutely, it's brought into my music. It has been for years. I've had underlying tones of spirituality in my music since I started writing music. So with Pride and Pieces, when me and Levi first started joining forces, we talked about this fact that we're both very spiritual people, not religious necessarily, but spiritual. And we wanted to bring that into our music to make a difference in people's lives. Regardless of what they believed, we wanted to make sure that they knew that we've gone through similar things and that this is how we found our way out of it.
Do you guys want to be a Christian band?
We're not a Christian band, but we are a spiritually fueled lyric band. I feel like if you're a Christian band, you're kind of preaching to people that already know what's going on.
Right.
And for me, I want to give hope to people that don't have hope. I've been in my party phase. I've done things that everybody else has done. I've experienced drugs. You know, through it all, like, my heart is what I feel stay consistent. I care for people in a very deep way.
What do you do? Like,
switch to beer.
Beer! It doesn't have the same impact as whiskey. It's still really nice.
It tastes great, but it's
do you like crust on your mac and cheese?
I love crust.
Also, it's another opportunity to add another what? Cheese! What up, cheese? That makes 1, 2, 3, 4 cheeses. Grated Parmesan into Italian breadcrumbs. Do.
Get a little dirty.
Sprinkle it all over that mac and cheese. Use your fingers. Get back in there. You've already touched it once. It's got your stank up on it.
Touched it a few times.
Yeah. That's what that 5th cheese is. We preheated an oven to 350 degrees. It's hot because it's warm noodles, warm cheese. Give them a delicate flour. So what do you do while mac and cheese bakes? You're a lead singer?
You're a lead singer.
I say front man off.
Front man off.
back. Mac and cheese is done. Let's put it out of the oven. So through the magic of television, we've created a disaster and also a cheesy, delicious crust. Look at this. Breathe that in. Beautiful. While that was in the oven, we started some water, chopped up some broccoli. Don't be jealous of my steamer. All right. Are you jealous?
I'm a little jealous.
We're gonna bring in some chopped broccoli crowns. Throw that right in there. That'll happen real quick while this becomes able to eat. Right now it is molten lava. Wow! Perfectly steamed broccoli. So it's time to plate up. You are the guest. Oh, listen to that snap. Crusty.
Cheesy.
Holy shit. And you know you want more. You know? You're gonna want more than you can eat. Throw some broccoli crowns on this. Enough salt. Like, people are afraid of salt, and I disagree with the whole thing.
I agree. And here we go. Delicious baked mac and cheese.
Ooh, I'm so excited. It's like my favorite point of my life right now. It's so hot though.
Oh man. You know what?
Yeah.
You mix it, the mac
Oh,
with the
yeah.
broccoli.
Well, man, I want to thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me.
I'm gonna hug it out. Thank you for watching Hot Rockin' Eats.
Yes.
Go make some food.
Hot Rockin' Eats. Hot Rockin' Eats. Hot Rockin' Eats.
Good work, man. That's,
Hey, thank you so much.
That was
Very lovely.
awesome, dude. This is Chad, obviously, from Music Buzz Live Radio. Got Jacob here that just showed us that Hot Rockin' Eats, dude. That was badass.
I want to do a shout out to Jonathan Lee from Pride and Pieces too. He was really fun to work with. Lots of content to try and edit down forever.
It worked out, man. I thought it was
it
cool.
worked out really well. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's always fun to have more content than you need.
Yeah.
When you're trying to pull things out of people, you know how it works. Where
For
it's like,
sure.
you're editing people and they're like, "Yep."
Editing room floor.
Yeah, right. For the next like 5
Solid
minutes,
gold.
they're like not saying shit.
Yeah.
I do have to say, we were all talking. Of course, Kelly and Crystal from Lifted TV in the studio. We were all fucking talking about how badass that mac and cheese was, and how we need to get some cheese down here. That's not fucking cool. You're not supposed to show these awesome cooking shows on 420 weekend when you got a bunch of hungry stoners.
You
around.
know, I was not informed of the requirements to be down here on 420.
You didn't get
I mean,
the memo?
I've got Crystal over here. She's ready to stop being vegan for this.
If there were some samples here, there'd be a different story.
I don't think you'd want it, man. This footage was done 2 weeks ago. That cheese is a whole new level.
So you're saying his mac and cheese looks so good that you're thinking about a lifestyle change
a full-on lifestyle
Says a
to,
lot.
to accommodate your desires?
I mean, I think her tights are so cool that I'm
Dude.
thinking of a lifestyle change myself.
Can you stand up?
Those tights are they're so hot.
Yeah, those are hot.
They are very
We've got
hot.
C-3PO and R2-D2. That's amazing.
Did you guys see that trailer? They released a new trailer.
absolutely,
You had to, right?
absolutely.
Everybody in the whole fucking world.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, Jacob,
Same
come
here.
on, man.
I
We're
live,
gonna
I live in like a cave of my own brain. It's not safe here for other people, and I just don't like to intermix it with the world around us. So
I feel you. And he's like, "Fuck Star Wars," right? No.
There's a lot of
no, I've
controversy.
seen Star Wars a bunch.
I was just saying. Hell yes, she does look hot. You guys both are always hot.
Gorgeous girls,
I
yeah.
see you all on Instagram, of course. If you haven't followed them, you should. We'll let them give a little plug on those. But I always get like some different comments. I saw one of your comments was a dude. It seemed like he was from high school, and he's like, "What the fuck happened to you? You're hot as shit now." And I was like, "Dude."
Whoa, she grew
said
up.
that. Yeah, dude, you know what I'm talking about. She knows what I'm talking about.
I remember that exact comment. He's like, "It's not like you're famous or anything, but like, what happened? You're hot now." And I'm like, what is that comment?
Is that is that
That's
a
so
compliment or is it I mean, you're hot now. What are you saying about?
Yeah, for
Back
sure.
then.
Whatever you wanted her back then,
The
dude.
past doesn't matter, though. You know, today is.
Live for today,
Yeah, man.
right?
You're hot now.
That dude just fucking
You're hot
wanted
now.
you and regretted not having you back in the day, and now he's like, "Oh, dude, look at her," right? And Kelly, you got mad dudes that are just shouting out, huh?
Mad dudes.
Mad
Dudes all the time, right?
Like they're just pissed off. Yeah.
They're like, I don't have a
dude, and you're hot.
The struggle is real.
The struggle is real.
So now you guys are part of a crew of Lifted TV, right?
Yes. We have all sorts of different hosts and mods and different people that help us do what we need to do and help us put on our live shows.
Like, for instance, now we're sitting here and there's nobody in our chat room, boss-wise, to control the situations that go on without us being there. People don't want to behave when we're not there.
They signed the waivers, right?
They did sign the waivers. We got them right here. Proof on the table.
There are waivers on this coffee table right here.
You know what I love about you girls is like what I see on Facebook, like it's risque and it's definitely got an element of sexuality. But it's done in such a way where there's a little mystery there, you know. You guys aren't like totally slutting it, but it definitely I don't know. I like it.
He's like, you're fucking sexy. That's what he was saying. I heard it.
He's like, I've spent some time studying your material. We're looking at a backlog of materials, and
I know most people are just watching that dab rig and the smoke coming out of your mouth.
What I've been taking some notes here. I'm like, oh yeah. At 4 minutes and 33 seconds, some art happened.
I think she was looking at me. She was thinking of me. Right?
You know, it's sex sells, but you have to do it in a way where it's not like...
Be classy.
Yeah.
For sure. You guys definitely pull that off.
That's what I was saying, you know?
Thank you.
For sure. Like, I have never, like, seen any of your videos, even in the morning ones that can be considered more risque than others, dude. You always keep it right, which is cool. And all of us dudes are like, damn.
Well, and
if I can hold a sandwich and show some, a little bit of booty, come on, that's sex.
Right?
A little bit of ass.
And here at World Viral TV, I mean, we understand that sex sells. Look what goes on here.
We are completely a bunch of sexy dudes.
Right? Hello.
For sure.
We got like beard envy for days everywhere.
Got that one.
I got told today that I look like that one dude that they know because I'm bald and have a beard.
Now that you mention it,
just like that one dude I know, right? And he's totally famous and rich.
And you're like, dude, I'm totally his brother because we look like so the same.
Like I was just hanging out with him last week, and then I killed him and put him in my trunk.
He's gone now.
It's a good way to end a conversation.
I can count on you for that kind of material, Jacob. That's good stuff.
Does anyone have any lie? Trying to work out a
some lying around
problem.
somewhere. Wait,
I need fertilizer.
So you girls gonna be going to the Cannabis Cup then? Gonna be representing a couple companies, I heard.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think about being at the Cannabis Cup, having the changes that have been in place? How does that make you feel?
I'm looking forward to it, not in a positive way, I guess, but I'm interested to see how well they enforce it and who obeys. And what, because I think that everyone's going to get there. I think they're going to do the normal, tons of samples, tons of smoking. I think people are going to roll through and try to enforce it and maybe tell people they have to shut down, maybe even try to like prove a point, use people as examples. Even
There's definitely going to be examples, dude.
But I don't think you can stop a bunch of stoners.
Yeah,
I mean, we're going to do what we want.
The fact that they're trying to impose a rule of not being able to give out free samples when people travel from all over,
all over the world.
I feel you.
You have photos and photos and photos of people standing in crowds and chucking out joints and all sorts of different things.
True.
And you kind of expect that, so
people bought their tickets expecting that. Every Cannabis Cup in the past has been that way.
I totally agree, and I think that it changes the face of it all. But I also understand that last year, as I was working it, there was random people that didn't have a fucking clue what a dab was, decided to go and check out every fucking dab place that they could, along with bowls and edibles and everything else, and they'd be dropping like fishes in a way because they just didn't know what the hell they were doing.
I have a question on that because I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not someone who partakes. But so there are new rules to Cannabis Cup. Like I understand what Cannabis Cup is. It's like a ranking system or like a like an award ceremony for who grows the best weed.
Right.
What are these new rules that we're air quoting around?
You go ahead, dude. If you.
Well, it's a competition where they've got different categories for all sorts of different types of weed. And in that process, you have all the different vendors, some of which are competitors in that. during the Cannabis Cup, most often though, people will walk around, they'll hand out joints. You can have
Free
walk
samples.
into a place and have a dab, a concentrate, or enjoy some flower, anything like that, which is normally how you find out if you want to get anything or see what the competition is.
Yeah. Right.
And so not being able to do that kind of takes you out of feeling a little bit involved, but it'll be interesting to see what they do.
I think I personally think it's negative on both parts, because when you really think about it, people are going there because they want the free. In the past, you can go and you can get free samples.
Right.
You can take stuff home.
Right.
The companies as well. This is a great way to promote. This is a great way to cross network with people. This is a way for people to go home, dump their goodies on the bed, and be like, "Look what I got from the Cannabis Cup," and your name, your company's sitting on their bed.
Right. So
if you can't give samples and can't do that anymore, that's
what they've turned it into then is like the state fair 4-H competition of like, oh, who's got the best apple pie, but you only see it behind a case.
Right.
And you can't taste that.
Well, and
pie.
you don't even get a chance to really see it behind the case, from what I understand. I don't even think there's going to be much real bud from stores out there, because rule-wise, there were some gray areas of making it be able to work last year. People were, letting this person or that person buy enough to take it up there, and then they were politically sharing it with the crowd in a way. So it was more of like a gift at the way. But then legal wise and verbiage wise in the all the amendments and laws and rules and shit, it's basically that you can't do that anymore, that you can't take any of that shit up there, but you can give out coupons. And,
I was gonna say,
you can have FaceTime, you just can't have your product there, which almost in this industry kind of defeats the purpose.
So like, this is totally off the cuff. I had no idea we were even talking about this. You work at Evergreen Apothecary. Couldn't you be like, hey, with your Cannabis Cup ticket stub, you can come in here and get a free pre-roll or something like that?
Well,
is that even legal?
I mean, so that what they did last year, and tell me what you think about it, but last year obviously they had all of the people that were entering, all the dispensaries that were entering their buds. You could come in, you could get like your Cannabis Cup sample, but then you got it for a way discounted price, so it wasn't free, but it was, I mean, member price or better, and then you were supposed to do the people's choice that way. So that was kind of one of the solutions as far as having people come to each of the shops, which I think is good, but I think the whole point of a Cannabis Cup is to have
it's all there.
The community,
right?
You know, it's all in one central place, so you're not driving from one storefront to another. I can walk down this row and hit 20 different vendors and see stuff from the New York to all the way to California.
When it comes down to it, people want to get high. That's what they want. They want to go to the you think Cannabis Cup, you're like, I want to go get stoned out of my mind.
Right.
And if you go there and you can't do that, then it kind of defeats the purpose of the reputation that they have.
It's kind of like the National Western Stock Show coming to town without horses and only using cows that show.
I like that. I do see your point, though, because like if people go there, like say I went to Cannabis Cup, someone who doesn't partake and was like, yeah, what's a dab, boom, and then you get dropped.
So, but that's where the people that are handing out the dabs.
The vendor's responsibility.
As somebody who's handed out dabs, the first question you need to ask somebody is, how often have you dabbed? Have you dabbed before?
Right.
And that is the first question. Well, not very often. Well, then
And as a dispensary, you've got to have that responsibility. Like, I've gone into dispensaries with people, and being in Colorado, you walk in, people fly here from other states, and they're like, hey, let's go to a dispensary. I'm like, cool. So I've been to a few, and usually, like Evergreen especially, they're really like, hey, do you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Are you an idiot? Or are you just wanting to get real blowed up?
And that's the thing, is that at the shop you have the educated bud tenders. I don't really think that every company had educated bud tenders, especially vendors that are doing waxes that are, vending out in all the different. They don't have that staff.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be like a learning curve, and eventually it could get back to it. You never know. So.
Possibly. I agree with that, though. I was going to say there's many companies. I don't even want to say companies, but people, kids, dudes, random just individuals that haven't been around for very long that have their own products, or that personally I wouldn't even know if it was purged properly or made properly, and they could be sitting there dabbing people out, to be honest.
But they had $2,000, they got a booth.
Exactly. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but if you don't know, even on Instagram I see people holding up wax or concentrate, and I'm looking at it like, who let you buy that? It looks like it's full of butane, or it's dark, or it's horrible. It's gonna hurt your lungs.
Will that explode or something?
I feel like
no, I have no idea.
It's horrible for you.
Bad for your health.
And spark on your nail.
Yeah, and it will.
So I mean, it's cool that there are people who know about this, because I mean, there's so many benefits beyond getting lifted to. I mean, I voted.
Yes, no, I agree.
Pass it because it's like, yes, there's a medicinal quality.
I'm very much for the medicinal perspective. I have psoriatic arthritis myself. I had a boyfriend pass away from cancer, so I'm 100% behind it, and it works miracles on people.
I mean, the medical side of it is unmatched, and I don't understand how there could be any debate on that. I think that
that's over.
The night and day difference is horribly, so open, and it's so on the table. Everybody has to know that. But I do think that having educated people in the industry is very important.
And I didn't mean to cause like a whole thing. I just asked.
No, great question. great question.
It works for like same if at dispensaries or delivery services. Personally, in my city, we only have really delivery services.
Right.
And
which is crazy. That'd be so awesome. Anyway, sorry.
When I call a delivery service and I'm like trying to get information on a medicine, and someone's like, "Oh, it's just really stony," I'm like, "This is a medicine.
What does that mean?
You're working as if like you're at a pharmacy. This is medicine. So I want you to know the benefits. I want you to explain things to me. So having somebody who's knowledgeable would help reduce so many things where people are fainting or passing out, and also if us, when we've worked events, you see someone a little bit pink or red looking, have you had any water? Make sure you get some water.
Hydration. That's the biggest thing, is the hydration. People don't hydrate when they go to the cups. They're just so excited to smoke and see all these different things. And even if they are dab heads and they smoke a lot, you're used to that. That's fine, but you're not used to walking around. Well, it's cold here, but like for instance, LA, the LA one was like 95 degrees out.
Last year
people
it totally
were
was
dropping flies.
They totally were, and that's what I was getting at, is that it was hot as hell. Way different. It's a nice Colorado
at elevation
game,
too.
So.
Yeah, I mean the people coming from out of state, elevation will drop you real quick.
And it's just like liquor; it doesn't take. You know what I mean? So
and it's like a bar. Someone coming up and getting a drink, you wouldn't give like a little old lady walking up. Here's a double shot of Jameson. You might give her a pineapple Malibu or something.
Well, and that's one of the. I mean, to be honest with you, we were talking solutions. I mean, honestly, and I didn't get a chance to check out all of the booths last year. I'm sure it sounds like you guys got a little bit more around because I was more stuck at ours. But I had a chance to check out, and some of the places, like I remember the Incredibles place. There was a couple of the other dispensaries that were there that were doing just a simple, what you would consider one dose. Maybe a double dose if you look like you know what the fuck you're doing. At our booth, we were doing bong rips. You could choose a sativa hybrid indica. We'd load you a little personal. You'd hit it up, dude.
Oh, nice.
And then we had open vape that was there, and we had these quads that were available, but our people were educated enough to be like, you can handle it, you really can't fucking handle it. Let's talk real quick for a second. If you want to hit one pen, cool. You look like you could probably only use one pen, but dude, you fucking need this quad.
I'm gonna go lift it, man. I'm gonna hit up my quads today.
But I mean, and I think that our staff, and I don't mean to be breaking out how badass our company is, but I think that we were one of the many at that time that were kind of regulating it a tad bit, but I do think that there was some that were out of hand that took it out.
And a Malibu Coke will not help with arthritis. No. I just wanted to say that. So.
Well, it might help you forget about it a little. You need like 5 of them.
Right. That's very. How you guys have been to Las Vegas shows and stuff like that? Has it been a big deal there? I mean, obviously it's not. I would imagine maybe a Washington would be.
Vegas just actually had their first HempCon cannabis event, like I want 6 months ago or something like that. And the first one I heard, it wasn't very great. But other than that, they do have like the Champs trade shows and stuff, which are great, but they're not like pure cannabis related show. It's more of the industry side of it, all of the glass and all of that. But like smoking wise, honestly, the whole cannabis part doesn't do too well in Vegas. It's broadening, it's getting bigger, but it's really not that their events smoking wise aren't hits out there.
And it's been so strict out there that it's starting to loosen up, that it's still a little bit
people are still iffy.
And you guys really have them in California similar? I mean, you guys are smoking away out there, right?
I was just commenting because I used to be more, I feel, in the industry. Now I'm like at home with my kids. I want to relax. But I follow people's Snapchats and I laugh because every night there's groups of companies that get together and are taking dabs and selling stuff, secret sessions. And I'm like, wow, that it's a like everyday thing.
Yeah.
They're out there hustling every day, little mini sessions, secret sessions you have to email to get into, and you know, there's
crazy.
I mean,
we just did an event like 2 weeks ago, Dabs After Dark, just a art and music festival that lasted until like 8 in the morning.
Yeah, 6
Wow.
in the morning.
And it's just
Colorado's so trying to get to that, but I mean, we don't have delivery. We don't.
I was just gonna ask you. You seemed very surprised when she said that.
Yeah, we don't really have delivery. Yeah, you have to
crazy.
come to a shop.
And you can't sell past 7? Is that the
In
law
Denver County, you can't. These girls found that out last time, didn't you?
You know, we have 24-hour delivery service in my city, so it's so crazy that I'd be limited at a certain hour.
Yeah. Well,
But,
it's only
you know.
Denver County because they were the first ones to go on board with recreational totally,
Yeah.
so it's 7 p.m. But there are some outside cities that do it until midnight. Now, it's crazy because I've been in the industry in many different states. California's been crazy. Arizona's always nuts, dude. You know, I mean, you know, when it was illegal, you know. But I don't know if I would want to hang out with a fucking drunk dude in Denver at 11:30 and try to tell him what the fuck bud to have. Dude.
Right.
You know what I
imagine.
mean?
See,
I have enough fucking characters over there, dude.
you would get a lot of drunk people, but at the same time, you'll get a lot of people that are working off hours that don't always get a time during the day.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense, too,
To you know, use your service, or someone who's at, and most of the time during like 12 and like 4 in the morning, you won't be super busy. But those people that it's like right before midnight, when you're just like, I have no weed tomorrow, I have to wake up, I have to go do
sleep,
this.
yeah.
Right.
I won't have time before a service wakes up. I can call this delivery.
Because
service.
potheads are all fucking procrastinators anyway, dude. I've been saying that all week, 420. Like Monday, we were dead, kind of. You know, I mean, comparably, we were dead. And then we've just slowly been amping up. And now today, we had to turn people away. We're like...
Well, I was walking up to
procrastinator.
the studio today, and there was a group of 10 people knocking on your door, and your gatekeeper, the security guard's like, "Yeah, we'll never get out of here before 7." It was like 6:50.
Dude, we had people just waiting. We had somebody checked out. We have to clock them out at 7 o'clock or earlier. You can't go past 7 o'clock, or else it's $1,000 fine to the bud tender, and you have to pay the $1,000 before you get to work again.
Oh, wow.
From what so that's Denver County. That's just how it was initially set up.
Right.
Now, of course, in Aurora, in Sheridan, stuff like that, we're about to actually have 3 shops out in Aurora. I've heard that all 3 of them are going to be going until midnight. So then you'll have at least the midnight crowd. I definitely wouldn't want that fucking after midnight to 4 a.m. Like,
bad shit goes down.
dude, you know what I mean? I don't mind the graveyard workers, dude. Come in from 4 to 6, you're getting off, dude. But that midnight to 4 shift, Chris knows. He runs a fucking bar.
Right.
I'm getting off all the time, buddy.
Oh, is that what that sticky part of the office is in there?
I thought I heard something
it's
that
like-
makes sense.
It smells like a Vaseline intensive care lotion.
I've seen your
sin.
pictures popping up on the screen.
That's what it was.
I know.
He
totally was. Yeah, he showed the pic. He showed all your. Yeah, I was watching.
Star Wars.
I'm creeping on the live stream.
Well, anyway, so if we want to follow you guys, how do we follow you all?
Lifted
Right
TV is.
Well, I know right here. Hey, yo.
Wow, you're so much hotter than you used to be. I don't. Why would you even say that to somebody?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Dude, I've always been this hot. You
It's
know,
like
you
she's
just
gonna
didn't
write
see
back
it.
in. Oh, well, thanks for noticing. Let's go out.
Sorry, you were so unobservant of my hotitude earlier in life. You know.
That's awesome.
You guys can follow our Instagram for Lifted TV is just Lifted TV. Nice and simple. My personal page is Vegan Dab Queen. Vegan Dab Queen spelled just the way it is.
Yeah.
Our website's lifted.tv. And then my Instagram's Crazy Kelly, but follow our
Crazy Kelly 4.
Crazy Kelly 4. Oh yeah, I don't
You
remember
guys are
my
a hot
Instagram.
little duo, man. How long you guys been friends?
That's actually a really weird story. We've known each other for a long time, kind of online, but we didn't really start hanging out and like me start working for Lifted and us start clicking for. It's been a year actually because I just posted a throwback picture of one of our first events that we hosted together. So it's been about a year, a little over a year.
Cool.
So
Hey, and thank you so much for the information too. I mean, it's all about educating people. You know, that's
That's
what
it is.
that's what good bud tenders or people who are in the industry do is they educate people who might not
Yeah.
have opportunity to know.
This
So-
industry is changing so quickly, and people are innovating and constantly coming up with all these different things, and people are getting confused, and they need more knowledgeable people and
Proper
more
education.
people willing to just take a moment to explain things a little bit, because it's an amazing thing. Weed is so amazing.
I'll blaze to that, dude. I'll blaze to that. Hell
So
yeah.
it's like the more we can spread the benefits and the actual like the health benefits of it is great. Not just that baked, man.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Well, I have friends who've gotten
Which
off
is cool.
opiates that they were like prescribed opiates, and then like, you know what? I just started eating edibles, and I didn't need heroin in a pill anymore. You know, so it's like it's really cool. I embrace it, and also thank you for hanging out for episode 2 of Hot Rockin' Eats.
Thank you for teaching me how to make great macaroni and cheese.
It's even hotter with hot chicks.
Hey, all right. And you gave him munchies, so we have to go buy him food now.
Oh, okay. How late is Breakfast King? 24 hours.
24-hour Breakfast King, I think. So we totally
sounds
appreciate
awesome.
you ladies.
Yeah, thank
coming
you
by.
guys.
Thank you for having
And
us.
we are totally thankful to be anywhere part of Lifted.tv
Likewise.
family
Gosh, we
too.
love
So
being out here with
we hope
World
that you
Viral.
guys consider yourselves part of the World Viral TV.
World
We love
Viral
you guys.
family.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Cool. Thanks so much, you guys.
Thank you guys.
Yes, thank you.
Let me get a video going here.
Happy 420.
Have a good night, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Go make some
Cheers.
food.
Happy 420.
Yeah, eat some mac
We're
and cheese,
almost
get
there.
Go
Right.
make some mac and cheese.
Friday night at 420.
Here's an idea. Let's take a well-known local music editor, stick him in a room with a couple hot chicks, Evergreen Apothecary's Chad Drew,
The quintessential stoner.
and then we'll force him to watch some videos of an uncensored, cracked-out motel shit show from next door. Sound awesome?
I like it.
Tune into Music Buzz Live Radio Wednesdays, 6 to 8 p.m. right here on World Viral TV.
World Viral.
Caught by your tongue, I can tell you
14, 28, 112, 448,000 on the scale. That's the 8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. 8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. It's the 3.5, 14, 28, 112, 448,000 on the scale. That's the 8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. 8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. It says thou shalt fear no man but God, but damn it's hard when the devil playing his card. You either claim you insane or they slam the bars. Last stand on the cross in the land of the lost. I'm a man, I'm a boss, I'ma battle to death. I'ma walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I'ma blast till there ain't no other ammo is left. I'ma handle scandals and threats, then abandon my flesh. I'm just expanding my set. My spirit's calmer than it's ever been. People been telling me my whole life that I'll never win. Others say I better win. Tip top, heaven sent, touchdown, underground, hip hop veteran. Buying what I'm selling's not a typical sale. I got centrifugal forces forcing open indivisible jails. Spiritual takes over when physical fails. I met God from putting Yale on a digital scale. 3.5, 14, 28, 112, 448,000 on the scale. That's the 8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. 8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. It's the 3.5, 14, 28, 112, 448,000 on the scale. That's the 8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. 8 half-ounce, quarter pound, and a kilo. Yeah, y'all already know my stilo. I'm flyer than the ego. Looking down into the eyes of the devil and see the evil. I go my own way like Carlito. Plus half these rappers is actors like Johnny Depp and Al Pacino. What you think I sing for? I'm trying to get my story told. This could be my theme song. I could call it Glory Road. They look hard on the outside, but they soft on the inside like an Oreo. I'm taking over for a decade like the Aikman 80s and plaguing through the villages until there's anxious babies. I see my homeboys in the cut blazing buds and all my junkie homies on the corner craving drugs. I got respect for every person, every people. I ain't better than no one and I ain't worse than them either. This verse about to be done. Keep it on the down low. This is how you count dough. Count dough. 3.5, 14, 28, 112, 448,000 on the scale. That's the 8 half